So if you missed it, guys, today on my Stocktwits, I called this stock Kelly B. It was at $29 and it went all the way to $90. With it was a hot play, uh, just like HKIB and GRNQ. And Halts have been something that I've been calling on my Stocktwits since I started doing Stocktwits. So you can follow me on Stocktwits. I give free buy alerts, trade ideas. Basically, I just share my buys and share my short sells. So one of my favorite trading styles and an easy, fun opportunity to make money day trading is hot plays, and that's I want to give you guys 5 tips on how to play them better because I've been getting a lot of comments and messages from student traders on how to play them better. They ask me a lot of questions like how to execute orders and whatnot. So I wanted to go on this topic and talk a little bit about what I do uh, to make the most out of those halts and make 100 and more percent in day trades. So let's go. So first of all, what is those halts? It's basically when a stock, like usually micro caps, it could be like larger caps too, but like when a stock is traded on a high volume, or if they contact the SEC or someone that regulates the stock market, they basically pause the trading of the stock for a little bit. It could be like those halts could be for a minute, they could be for 10 minutes, they could be for 30 minutes, they could be really long, they could be somehow it's even like could be a few weeks. I've actually been in a really, really strange halt that took about a month. But it wasn't a penny stock, it was like some sort of an ETF. I didn't really like it. It was a JC Penny ETF. I didn't really like that trade, but basically the idea is that there's a lot of stocks that are daily runners or stocks that wasn't daily runners, but they're just they have a big buyer, big volume, and then after they out, there's a huge community of traders that basically they would put orders either to buy or sell, and what we look for is buy orders, and that basically pushes the price up and it creates another halt, and that happens again and again and again, and it can happen like a few times, and in those few times a stock can pump anywhere from like $10, $30 to $90, get a 100 or more percent. I had situations that like one of the craziest situations that I had is that I traded a few shares and I left like $200 in the position, and it was like it was in Kodak, and it went all the way from like $10 to like about $60. So I mean, you can you can make like you can turn $500 into $5,000 doing that. You can turn $5,000 into $50,000, and you can also get a lot of money dumped. And if you've been following on my stock tweets, you've seen a lot of those. There was some that like a lot of them that were successful, the ones that I call, because I don't call there's a lot of dump halts. I don't call those. I don't trade those. But good halts. There was some fails on my stock tweets too, but good halts usually are very, very rewarding, especially if you know how to play them. So how do you find those? I mean, if you're a new trader and you don't know like how to find a good halt, how to find a stock that's halted. So basically what I do is I just use a free scanner. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need anything that's paid or any subscription. Just go to I go to like finviz.com. I also know that like Webull, that broker, has a scanner. Um, and you go to the scanner tab, change tab, like it will show you the daily runners. Usually though, thing about Finviz is like the market opens here in the Pacific Northwest. They open at like 6:30. Eastern time is like 9:30. Usually Finviz would start their scanner 15 minutes after the market is open, sometimes even 20. So basically what you need to do is just like you refresh and refresh and refresh while you trade and while you look for opportunities in the top 20 daily gainers, and suddenly out of nowhere you can find something that's like 40% up and you haven't seen it in the gainers, and you check it out and it's halted, like the stock is paused. So basically it all comes from a scanner, screener, finviz.com for free, or Webull, or there's a lot of paid scanners. They're screeners, they're good. But how to profit from Halts? How do we make money from them? So the idea is basically you place a buy order in the beginning of the pump. As you can see in here, it's a beautiful example. BFRA went all the way from $9 to $45. So you're supposed to, when you find them when they're halted, you're supposed to place a buy order right at that time when it's halted, and you sell it when it stops pumping. So let's just say if you add a stock that's like it's halted, you bought it, and now you see it's like not halting again and it just goes down, just cut your losses, man. It doesn't matter. Like it's not gonna go back up, you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna keep selling off. If you see it's like dumping, it's not halting again, just cut your losses. But the idea is what you're supposed to see is like, let's just say if you place a buy order here when it's like halted at like 9.3, and you would expect like a crazy dump to like $12, and your execution price would be anywhere in between $9 to $12, and that's basically and it's gonna like halt again with mostly green candles, and after that it can halt a few more times and do the same event a few more times until you see it stops squeezing and it starts dumping. And also make sure that you have one of the leading brokers. I only use this style. I only use it on like TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab. That's the only brokers that it's worked for me. I also have like E-Trade and Speed Trader, and I also have interactive brokers, but I use them for different purposes. So I haven't really tried that style on them, so I can't say if it works or not, but it should work from what I know. But I have students that use Robinhood and Webull, and they said it didn't work. So what I'm talking about is basically when it's halted, you place a buy order, and then when it's unhalted, it's just automatically buys it for you. I know that in New Stock Trade, I gave it a shot in New Stock Trade. In New Stock Trade, it wouldn't let you make that order. While it's halted, if you try to buy it, it will tell you this stock is halted right now. So it would mostly work in the leading brokers, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab. That's confirmed, like with my accounts, that's what I used. And again, avoid bag holding. Once you see that it stops halting, red candles, and it falls, just sell it. So average volume, current volume, they're key factors. Oh, by the way, let me move myself. Average volume and current volume are key factors in how high the stock is going to pump. So if you see that the stock has an average volume of less than 100,000, it usually means that the stock would be riskier in the halt play. But sometimes there's a lot of like buying orders that come like from retail traders. So it's very important. Like what I like to do is I like to search that stock on Stocktwits, and I try to compare it to like gainers, like daily popular stocks, and see how many people are commenting and how many people are like bullish about the stock. That's also very important because sometimes those pumps can happen just because of us retail traders. Like you put just think about it. If you have like a group of 100,000 retail traders, 130,000 retail traders, you put like $100 each, like you get to the millions, you know what I'm saying? So, and people trade more than that. So you need to make sure that you have like the retail traders behind you. And then the last and really one of the most important tips is basically like the daily pattern, the overall pattern. So if you see a stock that's like it's been dumped and now it's halted, like I wouldn't buy that. I wouldn't be interested in that day trade. I like those day trades with halts that you see that it's shooting like a rocket up. And I like to use trading platform. My trading platform is Thinkorswim. I know that there's a lot of like other good paid trading platforms out there. I like Thinkorswim because it's free. It gives me the 3-line VWAP, And overall, I mean, honestly, I feel like Thinkorswim is the best translator. And by the way, we had problems with Thinkorswim this week, and I still had good trades because, I mean, it's not only about the charts, it's about the momentum, it's about like what's good and what's not. But at the same time, Thinkorswim is the best translator. And I know, like, I cherish them so many times, and I say Thinkorswim is the best, but really, Thinkorswim for me, it's my favorite. I started trading pumps and dumps with Thinkorswim, but now I feel like I can trade anything with Thinkorswim. I mean, it just makes things so much easier. So this is Kelly B, a stock that today I talked about. Like I called it. It was like around the $29 that I called it. Pumped all the way to $90. So that's the daily pattern. That's the overall pattern. So if you have a stock that's like the overall pattern is like a downtrend, you see it's downtrending most of the time. If it's gonna pump, it's gonna dump hard because it's gonna just continue downtrending with more bag holders. The daily pattern is also very important. Just like I said, if it's dumping, you don't want to get in there. If it's pumping, it's good. Sometimes you will also have stocks that are, because Kelly B is not a stock that was traded normally. It was only traded in halts, and when it stopped halting, it completely dumped, right? There are stocks that have a regular trading, basically just regular, they trade regularly, like you see it's a regular chart, but sometimes like they would get like a huge volume, a lot of buys, and they would just like pump in price and then they would halt. That's also a good opportunity, but you have to make sure that the stock is not oversold, and you have to make sure that basically there's buy orders behind it, because again, we're looking for buy orders. If there's a lot of people that like, they had a lot of shares before the real pump, before the halt, and then it halts when it pumps, they would put a sell order and it can make the price go down. But if people believe like there's still more to it, they would put buy orders, and then when it like the trading resumes, all the buy orders will push the price up. And that's what I'm looking for essentially. So yeah, guys, I hope those tips helped you, because I trade a lot of halts and I call them on my Stocktwits. So if you're one of my followers, I know it's going to help you. And if you've been wondering how I make those trades and make those profits, that's exactly how I do it. So I want to say thank you for all the support, all the new followers, all the new subscribers. You guys are making it so fun for me. I really enjoy the trading community, especially the good side of the trading community. And I also want to say, if you're new, please subscribe, give a thumbs up, and until the next one, guys, give you some more tips, more swing ideas, more day trade ideas. Until the next one, guys, peace.